Hey guys! For any of you that follow me on Instagram, you probably already know this, but homegirl decided to do some wish list plant shopping. There have been a ton of plants on my wish list for a couple of years now that I've really been wanting, but haven't been able to get my hands on, or have been able to get my hands on, but just haven't gone for it. And I've used this coming baby as an excuse to finally go for it on a bunch of them. So I thought today we would do a collective wish list plant haul, collective November-December wish list plant haul. But before we get into that, there is a sponsor for today's video. Huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring us today. If you don't already know about Skillshare, it is an online learning community that offers memberships with a meaning. They offer courses on a variety of different topics, including gardening, with so much to explore, projects to create, and the support of other creators, Skillshare really empowers us to achieve our goals. One of my personal big goals this year is to improve my video quality, trying to incorporate more animations into my video. A course I'm currently really loving is Character Animation Basics, Create a Dance Loop with After Effects and Photoshop by B. Grandinetti. I love this course specifically because it is so easy to follow along with and explains it all in a very understandable way, even for us beginners. Skillshare is giving away 2 free months of premium membership to help you explore your creativity and achieve your goals. To access that, join using my link in the description box. After the 2-month trial offer is up, is around $10 a month. We love Skillshare. Big thank you to Skillshare. Now it's plant time. Some of these plants I did order from the same place, but I can't quite remember where I got them from or what I ordered with what, if that makes sense. I was getting so much plant mail pretty much every day for a while there. It was hard to keep track of. That's so bad. I should have kept better track. Starting with Etsy plants because I did order less on Etsy. First up is this Painted Lady Philodendron. She's a beaut. So I did order this from an Etsy shop. Last winter, you may have seen me unbox one of these. It wasn't doing too well when it arrived to my house. I think what happened is it was watered before it got shipped and then it got like caught in the mail for extra days or something and it froze and I couldn't revive it. Everything was just mush. But I feel very fortunate to have found this large, beautiful plant. I think I paid around $30 for this. Yeah, since I've brought it home, it does have this new leaf here. Little master contortionist, this one. And it's kind of weird. There is another new leaf coming in and this one hasn't even opened up yet. So that's kind of cool. You do your thing. That looks painful to me, but hey, we all have our tastes. We all have our preference. Next up is a Spathiphyllum Jessica. So I don't see this plant talked about very often. I saw it one time, I think on Pinterest, or maybe it was on a Facebook group or something. Thought it was so beautiful and I've kind of been on the hunt for it ever since. This plant can get pretty pricey, $60 to $100. I was able to find this for $30. So if you type in Spathiphyllum Jessica, the Etsy shop I ordered from hopefully still has some in stock. They only had a couple when I ordered this, but you never know, maybe they restock. I just think it is so beautiful. You guys know I absolutely love peace lilies. This peace lily over here is one of my favorite plants in my collection just because it's so easy to care for. It fills in the space beautifully. The more peace lily varieties I can get, the better because I know I can take care of them. I think the variegation on the leaves of this plant is just amazing and unlike anything I have seen before. I feel so lucky to have crossed this off my list. I love staring at it all day, pretty much every day. And this little unicorn horn just gets me. Next Etsy plant I ordered is a Hoya Fitchii. I've been really into Hoya for probably the last year or so. You guys know that. I caught the bug. I have a thing for foliage with veining and these just have such beautiful veining. Can you see? Can you see? When I've seen it pop up over and over again, every single time my jaw would clench tighter and tighter because I wanted it so bad. I don't know. I just really wanted to touch the leaves and be able to see them in person. Is that crazy? I don't know. I think, to be honest with you, I paid about $50 for this. I've really enjoyed having it in my house. So yeah, Hoya Fitchii. Words, man, words. Philodendron Jose Buono. It is pretty uncommon to come by. I love the mottled variegation on it. The variegation looks a lot different than variegation of a lot of other plants where it's like stripy, like that peace lily I showed you, or more spotted. I don't know, this one is just really unlike anything that I have here in my house. Fortunately, it did arrive with some holes in the leaves, but I'm not too upset about it. It happens. It was forming a new leaf. It had the little pregnant belly popping out right here, a little bump right there. And since then, this new leaf has come out. I'll love her. And I think this was, again, between the $50 to $60 mark, maybe a little bit more than that. On to plant trades. All right, so the first plant swap I did was on Instagram. It was for this variegated Monstera Standleyana. It didn't have any roots when it arrived here. It is getting some weird roots out of a random place. This is a leaf that hasn't even popped out yet. It already has roots, which is so weird to me. It's also getting roots on this node here, and this is sphagnum stuck to the new root growth down here, so I can't rip this off. I could damage the root system by doing that, but I will probably let this root a little bit longer and then go ahead and pop it up. I'm really happy with how quickly it rooted. I feel very lucky to have been able to swap for a plant I have wanted for so long. I love Monstera. I love every kind of Monstera, basically. Philodendron Burle Marx Fantasy. These are very difficult to come by here in the States. I don't think I was able to find one for sale on an actual plant shop anywhere, so I'd say the best place to get your hand on one of these is on buy sell trade groups on Facebook. It is actually starting to get a new leaf here. You can see this little curl is so cute. It's so cute. This is one I will definitely be putting on to a moss pole. I did buy the rest of these. I didn't trade for any of these. Variegated Hoya Bella. This was an unrooted cutting when I got it. It now has roots. I can't even pull it out of the sphagnum it's in. So that's how you know that there's a root system, is just give it a gentle little tug. And if there's resistance, it means roots have formed. So I'm very excited about that. Such a cool plant. Such a cool plant. And this cute little plant hanger was made by a friend I went to college with. She made another one as well in the little Christmas decoration. So thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate it. And this is honestly my new favorite little hanging planter. I think it's so cute and it's perfect for my Hoya cutting. So thank you. This next plant is one that when it arrived, I honestly was not too thrilled about. I mean, it is a beautiful plant, don't get me wrong, but this is a Hoya Moonshadow, and all of the leaves have reverted except for this one right here. So I don't know if it's going to develop the what moon shadow Hoyas are known for, the kind of yellowish variegation in the center of the leaves, or not. We will see what happens as new growth occurs. I'm giving it more light now, hoping that that variegation will come back out, but it is a really pretty plant. I'm just really hoping the variegation comes. Oh, that's kind of exciting. I didn't notice this, but some new growth just right there. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Really tiny new growth, but that was not there when it was delivered. So that's really exciting. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this. I will keep you posted on this guy. I can't remember, I think I paid $30 for this. I love it, but it's just not what I was expecting. I was expecting a plant with more variegation. It is what it is. Next up is a Philodendron Florida Ghost Mint, which, oh my gosh, I love them. The mint, are you kidding me? I'm not quite sure how the coloration works on this, if it comes in darker and then turns mint, or if it comes in minty and then turns darker as it ages, but there is a new growth point that has developed since I put it in this sphagnum since it arrived. So we will see what happens with the mint tone as this plant ages under my care. Again, I'll keep you posted on this one. I am very happy with it, so yeah. Here is a Cercestis Mirabilis. I'm probably saying that wrong. It was in a pretty deep shock when it arrived. All of the leaves were just completely curled. This is actually an improvement from what it looked like when it arrived about a month and a half ago. I just think this is a bit of a more delicate plant. Like I said, it is perking up, so I'm very happy about it, but wow. There's no new signs of growth on this baby yet. I think it's going to be a while before this pops new growth, just because it was in such a deep shock. I am so sorry, but I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for pulling through, you little trooper. Oh, and I paid $60 for this plant. Next, Rhaphidophora Decursiva. I think this is just the quirkiest, cutest little plant. You guys know I love weirdly shaped plants, and this guy, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're so weird. Really actually love the way it looks right now. So I can't remember what I think I paid $35 for this plant. Next is an Anthurium Clarinervium, just a small little cutie. I actually got this one in the mail 1 or 2 weeks ago, not too long ago, so it is still recovering from shipping, I think. It's doing its thing, it'll be just fine. From that same person that I ordered the Moonshadow Hoya from, this is a variegated Hoya Wayetti. This was in terrible condition when it arrived. They're like very crispy and crunchy, and pretty much the whole plant looked like that. Like, what this section here looks like is basically what the whole plant looked like. So I think it's turning around and is a lot happier than when I initially received it, but I do think it's going to take some time for some very healthy new growth to come in and make this plant look super healthy. What I think happened is I don't think it was being watered enough. It was just severely dehydrated. Pretty much if I touched a leaf, it fell off because it was so bone dry. Like Hoyas like it dry, but this was the Sahara Desert dry. It's already looking a lot better than when I initially got it. Next up is actually I ordered from someone on a Facebook buy sell trade group, and when I got the order, he had included this as a gift. Are you kidding me? It's huge. This is amazing. Incredible. It's one seed. Oh, you guys, there's new growth. It's huge. That's all I can say. Incredible. One of my top favorite plants in my collection by far. No offense to all of you. No offense. But do you blame me? Do ya? A Scindapsus Silver Lady. This plant is near impossible to find for sale here in the States. I pretty much only have seen it available in, I think, Australia. If you see this pop up anywhere in the States, I highly recommend picking it up if you're able to. Unfortunately, it did arrive with a bit of damage. It just got really soft. It's cold where I live, and that's kind of to be expected. For this cutting, I paid $50, you guys, including shipping, but $50 for this little 3-leaf cutting. Like I said, this plant is so difficult to come by, and kind of when you see it available, you have to snag them right up. Other than the browning, like it hasn't spread or gotten any worse. I'm not too worried about it. I think it'll be just fine. Yeah. Super excited about her. This is a Hoya. It's either Mathilde or Mathilde cutie. I think I paid $20 for this cutting. I don't know what prices are normal for plants, so if I'm comfortable paying it, I just do it. So I don't know. I don't know if I overpay or underpay or what on a lot of these plants. So I'm sorry if you're wondering, I don't know. But I did really, really want this Hoya, and I couldn't find it available anywhere. It has rooted really, really quickly. I will say that. It didn't have any of this growth up here, so I think this is really loving the propagation box. There is a new growth point right there as well, right there, if you can see that. So this plant is very easy in my experience, quick growing, and fast rooter, which is very nice. I'm happy I bought this plant. Again, I don't know if I over or underpaid, but I'm happy I did it because I like it. I believe this is a variegated Hoya Polyneura, or Polyneura Splat, Hoya Polyneura Splash. I don't know how to say words. It kind of has light variegation along the outer edges. This is unrooted, has not rooted for me yet, but I'm hoping. I just recently moved it to the propagation box. I think it's cute. Is that everything? Yeah. That's my collective plant haul. Let me know what you thought of the plants I picked up. I personally really love them. That's what matters at the end of the day because they're in my plant collection, but I'm always interested to hear what you guys think as well. If you have any of these, any care tips, care advice for any of these plants I purchased, please let me know. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!